today, and I think it will work out okay. After all, I don't think anybody else is coming. What we're going to just a little bit of business. I was mentioning about the book sales there. That's a good place to go to get some nice hardback books for sometimes only $2-3. This whole sort of thing there. Now about our upcoming speakers. Next time, which is also going to be on the 19th, March the 19th, we're going to have George Bazzetti. He's an activist who has been looking a lot into what's been going on in LA Unified School District. They seem to have a lot of money going in and not seem getting a whole lot for it. So he's going to be talking on that. On April, we're going to have our own Stan Ackerman is going to be giving a thing on been doing some studying on the Austrian economists, von Mises, Hayek, these people like that. And then let's see, June. I think on June it's going to be Bruce Dovner talking about what's going on with the party, since he is our fellow there. And then July, I think it's going to be Art Olivier, and he's going to be talking on what's going on in some of the local governments and things dealing with government operations, possible corruptions, things, this sort of thing like that. So that's what we've got so far on that. And I'm working on some people for after that too. Oh, I'm sorry. Just a second. I left something out there. No, in May, what we're having Dale Ogden. He's going to be talking on the insurance situation and what might be happening to the insurance companies and your coverage in some of these things here. So April will be Stan, May will be Dale, June will be Bruce, and July will be Art. So I'll let you know what's going on with that. Okay. Dave here is our... Yeah, I asked the fellow to do it. Thank you. Okay. Well, Dave Schrader is one of the reasons he's often not here is because he's somewhere else. His business takes him all around the world. And he's going to be talking a little bit on that, showing us some pictures. Also, he's involved in the student exchange program. And he's brought one of, as you know by now, one of the fellows with him. Oleg, yeah, he's from Russia. And what's your last name again? Koryakov. Koryakov.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm probably mispronounced it a little bit, but he's probably going to say a little something too on there. So I guess without further ado, let's let Dave and Alex do their thing. Here we go.
Okay, thank you. I think I won't use the microphone.
Okay.
If everybody can hear me, I'll try to speak up. Just yell at me if I don't. So anyway, I thought I would put together a little bit of a travelogue, but I'm going to mix in some observations about freedom, just from enter the country, how hard was it, should you travel around, what do you see when you get there? By and large, I travel a lot, usually 3 to 4 international trips. Sometimes they're really long trips. The longest one was 5 weeks in a row on the road. Usually it's 2 weeks. So in many parts of the world, it's not really that different. Western Europe is very much like the United States. Even parts of Eastern Europe are pretty much the same. You can see some of the places that I've been. Australia is exactly like the United States. Sydney is exactly like Los Angeles. Melbourne is pretty much like San Francisco weather-wise. Wonderful places to visit. Even Korea is amazing in terms of how high-tech they are. For example, the girls, a big fashion thing is to have multiple cell phones, different colors, and their necklaces. So when you get dressed in the morning, you grab the best accessory to put on. So they're almost further ahead compared to the high school kids here. And people are pretty much the same everywhere. but there are some interesting differences. So I thought I would pick some of the countries where I noticed things, where it's not the same as here. And we'll talk a little bit about Mexico, Brazil, a little bit on Ireland. Estonia was one of the last stops in the 5-week trip. Israel last year. China, I've been there. Malaysia, Thailand. So I figured I would just give you a little bit of a coverage of different parts of the world. Okay? The topics I'm going to cover, just different things that might be of interest to libertarians. Of course, we'd start with how do the police behave. That can include everything from how you get treated when you go through the airport. Talk a little bit about poverty and what it looks like governments are doing in the area of doing something about poverty, if they're doing anything at all. Some of them are not. Talk about taxes, religious freedom, government involvement in the economy. You know, some of these people coming to the United States might have some observations about recent events here in the United States and our degree of freedom in terms of intervention. So those are the